Hey, Rumi, do you ever rehearse your order before you go into a restaurant?
Every single time. I even practice the whole interaction in my head like a movie scene.
Same here. I always imagine how I'll say it and how they'll respond. But then I get to the counter and the panic kicks in.
Right? It's like suddenly the menu has too many words and the cashier is staring at you waiting and you forget how to say iced tea.
And let's not even talk about when they ask, is that for here or to go? And your brain's like, what language is this?
That question used to get me every time. I just nod and hope they'd figure it out. Spoiler, they didn't.
It's funny how something as simple as ordering food can turn into such a language obstacle.
Welcome to the English Pod, the place where we help you improve your English through real-life conversations.
So I'm Rumi.
And I'm Joe.
Today we're talking about something that seems super easy, ordering food at a restaurant. But if English isn't your first language, it can feel like navigating a minefield.
Exactly. There's vocabulary, pronunciation, speed, confidence, and even cultural expectations involved.
That's why we're going to walk you through it all, step by step, part by part, so by the end of this, you'll feel like a native speaker ordering your favorite meal.
We'll share personal stories, role play real scenarios, ask each other questions, and give practical tips, all based on real-life experiences. All right, story time. The first time I tried ordering food in English was at a fast food place in Canada. I was nervous, but I thought I had it down.
What did you order?
I wanted a chicken burger meal, so I went up and said, I want chicken. The cashier looked at me and said, just chicken? And I panicked. I added, yes, chicken, with food.
With food? Oh my God.
Yeah, I meant the fries and drink, but I didn't know how to say combo yet.
Been there. My first time was at a pizza place. I said, one big pizza with things. The guy asked, what toppings? I just said, yes. He replied, okay, all of them? I said yes again.
You got a chaos pizza.
Exactly. It had olives, anchovies, pineapple, and something I still can't identify.
That's the danger of not knowing the vocabulary. You either get nothing or too much.
Or something weird you can't even eat.
Okay, let's dig into the beginning of the restaurant interaction. What part makes you the most nervous?
For me, it's the greeting. Like, do I just say hi or do I lunge into my order?
Same. And then if they say, what can I get started for you? I sometimes pause because I wasn't expecting that phrase.
That one throws me off too. Or when they ask, are you dining in today? I used to think they were asking if I wanted wine or something.
Yes, it's all about knowing the patterns. Like when they say, would you like to try our special today? You need to be ready with, no thanks, or what is it?
Exactly. And here's one that confused me. Do you want that medium, rare, or well done? I thought they were talking about how well the food is made, not steak levels.
I thought rare meant they didn't serve it often.
I thought it meant the meat was hard to find.
See? It's not just about English. It's about restaurant English.
Let's do a simple role play. I'll be the customer. You be the cashier.
Hi there. Welcome. What can I get started for you?
Hi, I'd like a grilled cheese sandwich, please.
Would you like that as a combo with fries and a drink?
Yes, please. I'll take lemonade for the drink.
Great. Is that for here or to go?
For here.
That'll be $9.50. You can pay at the counter. We'll call your name when it's ready.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was simple, right? But even basic conversations can be tricky without preparation.
So here are some beginner-friendly tips for ordering like a native speaker.
Tip 1, learn common phrases like I'd like, can I get, for here or to go.
Tip 2, know the difference between combo and single item. If you say combo, expect food plus drink plus sides.
Tip 3, if you're unsure, ask. Say, what comes with that? Or, can you explain the combo?
Tip 4, don't be afraid to take a moment. It's okay to say, give me a second to look at the menu.
And tip 5, practice with a friend or even by yourself. Rehearsing out loud really helps.
You know what I realized after years of ordering food in English?
What?
It's not just about what you say. It's about how fast they speak and whether you can keep up.
Oh, tell me about it. I've had moments where I walked confidently to the counter and then boom, the server speaks at lightning speed, asking 3 questions in a row. I blinked twice and said yes to all of them.
That's a classic trap. They say, hey, how's it going? You want that for here or to go? Want to make it a combo? And if you're not ready, your brain just panics.
That's when you end up with a large meal, 3 sauces, and extra onions, and you didn't want any of it.
It's not even about bad English, it's just the speed. Native speakers working in restaurants are trained to move fast.
Exactly. And sometimes there's music playing, people talking, kids yelling. It's like an obstacle course for your ears.
I remember once at a burrito place, the guy behind the counter asked me 5 questions in a row. What kind of rice? Black or pinto beans? Chicken, steak, tofu? Mild, medium, or hot salsa? I just froze.
Burrito bars are a nightmare for slow processors like us.
Totally. I just said yes again. He gave me everything. It was the heaviest burrito I've ever seen.
My first time at Subway, I didn't know what to do. The guy asked, foot long or 6-inch? I said, yes. Then he held up the bread and asked, white, wheat, or Italian? I had no idea those were bread options.
I thought they were asking for nationality once.
And then there's the worst part, the sauces. Would you like ranch, mayo, mustard, chipotle, Southwest, honey mustard, barbecue, or sweet onion? I blacked out halfway through.
There are more sauces than I have decisions in my life.
And if you pause to think, the line behind you gets longer and you feel pressured to rush.
Okay, so question. How do you customize an order politely? Like saying no pickles or extra cheese?
I usually say, can I get that without pickles, please? Or could you add cheese to that? I try to say please so I don't sound demanding.
Good. I've also heard people say, hold the onions, no mayo, please, extra dressing on the side.
Yes, on the side is such a native-sounding phrase. Took me forever to understand that it just means in a small, separate container.
Also, light ice when ordering drinks. I used to say not too much ice, but now I just say light ice.
Same with no ice, extra spicy, or gluten-free. All these are modifiers.
Do you ever feel bad asking for too many changes?
All the time. But then I remember that native speakers do it constantly and worse.
Right. Like, I'll take the grilled chicken salad, no onions, dressing on the side, and can you sub the chicken for tofu? That's normal here.
Let's drop a few new tips focused on customizing and staying calm under pressure.
Tip 1, think ahead. If you're going somewhere new, check the menu online before you go. It saves you time and stress.
Tip 2, use key phrases like, can I get that without? Could you add? Is it possible to substitute?
Tip 3, don't be afraid to ask questions. If the menu says, comes with dressing, you can ask, what kind of dressing?
Tip 4, if you need time, just say, could you give me a minute? Or, I'm still deciding. It's totally normal.
Tip 5, if you want to sound fluent, learn how native speakers shorten things. Like, I'll do the, instead of, I would like to order, no pickles, please. Can I sub fries for a salad?
Bonus vocabulary, customization terms. Term, meaning. Don't include this ingredient. On the side, served separately. Sub, substitute. Replace one item with another. Dressing, sauce for salad. Combo, meal with side and drink. Light ice, less of an item like light mayo, light ice. All the way, with all available toppings. No, completely exclude an ingredient.
Common phrases from real restaurants. What can I get started for you today? Cash or card? Can I get a name for the order? We'll call your name when it's ready. Would you like to add a drink to that?
Honestly, once you learn these patterns, it gets way easier. It's like learning a script for a mini scene in a movie.
Exactly. Once you master the flow, it's just a performance you can repeat with small changes. You just need to stay cool, speak clearly, and remember, you're the customer. You're allowed to ask questions.
And ordering food in English becomes not a fear, but a flex. So far we've talked about ordering at counters and takeout situations. But what about when you sit down at a restaurant and the server comes to your table?
Ah, the full-service restaurant experience. Definitely a different vibe. There's a certain rhythm to it that's easy to miss if you're not familiar with how things work.
Totally. It's not just one short interaction, it's a whole process. Being seated, ordering drinks, waiting for the menu, giving the order, being checked on, and asking for the bill.
And the language used during table service is completely different too. Way more formal and polite.
I still remember my first dine-in restaurant in the UK. The server came over and said, "Can I get you started with something to drink while you look over the menu?" I had no idea what that meant.
Yeah, they say things in a very indirect, soft way. Like instead of, "What do you want?" they say, "What can I get for you today?" Or, "Are you ready to order?"
I panicked and said yes, even though I hadn't looked at the menu yet. So when she asked, "What would you like?" I stared at the menu like it was written in code.
I once said, "I want water, then I will see menu." And the waiter said, "No problem, I'll give you a few more minutes." That phrase, "I'll give you a few more minutes," I kept hearing it after that.
Same here. Also, take your time, no rush. I'll be right back with your drinks. These are all gentle phrases that sound friendly, but can be confusing at first.
And if you don't respond clearly, they'll assume you're ready, or walk away and come back 10 minutes later.
What's the most confusing question a server has asked you?
Probably, would you like still or sparkling? I thought they were asking if I wanted my water quietly. I had no idea that meant non-carbonated or carbonated water.
Oh, yes. And when they ask, would you like any starters or appetizers to begin with? That confused me too. I thought they meant a separate meal.
They're trying to upsell, basically. Starters, appetizers, side dishes, it's all part of the flow.
And when they say, would you like to hear the specials? I used to think I had to say yes. Now I just politely say, no thanks, I'll go with the menu.
There's also the classic, how would you like that cooked? Which applies mostly to meat. I didn't know the difference between medium rare, and well done.
Once I said, very cooked, and the waiter was like, you mean well done? I nodded, but I had no idea what I was getting.
And dessert menus are a whole new challenge. They ask, room for dessert? Or would you like to take a look at our dessert options? It sounds so polite, but you have to listen carefully.
Vocabulary and cultural notes, restaurant etiquette. Phrase, and what it means. Take your time. No rush, you can decide when ready. Are you ready to order? Server is checking if you're ready. Can I get you started with? Usually asking for drinks or appetizers. Still or sparkling refers to non-carbonated water versus carbonated water. Would you like any sides? Asking if you want extra food with your main dish. Do you need a few more minutes? They'll return later so you have time to decide. Room for dessert? A polite way of offering dessert at the end of a meal. We'll have that right out. Your order is being prepared and will come soon.
Another cultural thing is eye contact and smiling when ordering. It's expected in many English-speaking countries and seen as respectful.
Yeah, and also small talk. Some servers might ask, how's your day going? Or how are you today as part of their job. It's not meant to start a long conversation.
Just a quick, good, thanks, how about you, is usually enough.
And tipping, let's talk about that.
Ah, yes, if you're dining in at a restaurant in places like the US or Canada, tipping is usually around 15 to 20% of the bill. In some places in Europe, tipping is optional or already included.
But in English-speaking countries, not tipping at all can be considered rude even if the service wasn't perfect.
And they often leave the receipt folder with the bill inside. You can place the cash or card inside and leave it on the table.
I didn't know how that worked the first time, and I ended up walking to the counter with the check. The hostess looked confused and said, "Oh, your server will handle it."
Let's give some practical tips for sit-down restaurants and understanding the menu.
Tip 1. Scan the menu for headings like starters, entrees, mains, sides, desserts, and beverages. These help you organize your thoughts.
Tip 2. If something isn't clear, just ask. What comes with this? What's in the house salad? Is that spicy?
Tip 3. Use polite questions. Could you recommend something? What's your most popular dish? Do you have any vegetarian options?
Tip 4. If you have allergies or dietary restrictions, mention them before ordering. For example, I'm allergic to peanuts. Does this contain any? Is this dish gluten-free?
Tip 5. When you're done eating and want the bill, you can say, "Could we get the check, please?" "Can we have the bill, please?"
And if you want to split the bill, can we pay separately? We'd like to split the check.
Native-like responses in common situations. Situation. Waiter asks, "Are you ready to order?" "Yes, I'll have the..." Or, "Not yet. Could I have a few more minutes?" You want to ask about ingredients. "What's in the..." Or, "Does this contain any dairy?" Asking for a recommendation. "What do you suggest?" Or, "What's popular today?" You want something removed. "Can I get that without onions, please?" At the end of the meal, "Everything was great, thank you." Asking for takeaway box. "Could I get a box to take this home?"
A lot of people think fluency means big vocabulary, but in restaurants, fluency is about being comfortable with the situation.
Right. It's less about knowing rare words and more about using common phrases correctly and politely.
And confidence grows with exposure. The more you practice this in real life or even at home, the easier it gets.
Use menus you find online to practice. Read them aloud. Say full orders as if you're at the restaurant.
You can even go to a local restaurant where you feel comfortable and try out your new skills. You'll be amazed how much you can actually say.
Don't go as planned. Like you order something and they bring you the wrong dish, or you misunderstood what you ordered.
Oh, that's a very real situation. And honestly, the first time it happened, I was too shy to say anything. I just smiled, took the food, and ate it even though it wasn't what I wanted.
Been there. I once ordered a chicken wrap and they brought me a turkey one. I didn't speak up because I didn't want to seem rude.
But the thing is, native speakers always speak up when their order is wrong, and they do it politely.
Right, something like, "Sorry, I think I ordered the chicken wrap, not the turkey one."
Or, "Excuse me, I believe this was supposed to come without onions."
The tone matters. A calm, friendly voice makes all the difference. You're not complaining, you're just clarifying. Sometimes you catch the mistake before eating. Either way, it's okay to say something.
Also, if you can't understand what's in the dish when it arrives, it's fine to ask. I usually say, "What's this sauce?" Or, "Could you remind me what's in this?"
It's a good way to learn and avoid allergies or unwanted ingredients.
Let's wrap up with some advanced tips that can help learners sound really smooth.
Tip 1. Echo their phrasing. If the server says, "What can I get started for you?" you can reply, "I'll start with the chicken wrap."
Tip 2. If you don't hear them clearly, say, "Sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't catch that. What did you say?"
Tip 3. Don't over-apologize. It's fine to ask questions or change your mind. Just be polite and confident. Tip 4. Use linking phrases to make your sentences more natural. "I'll have the burger, but no cheese." Or, "Can I get that with fries instead of salad?"
Tip 5. Practice under pressure. Go to a real restaurant, even a fast food place. Don't rely on pointing. Try speaking your full order.
That's the only way to build true fluency, not by memorizing words, but by living the experience.
Ordering food may seem small, but it's a real-world skill that boosts confidence.
And once you get it down, you'll feel more independent, more fluent, and proud of yourself.
Every successful interaction is a win, so don't shy away. The next time you're at a restaurant, go ahead, speak up, smile, and own it.
And if you mess up,
Laugh, learn, and try again. That's how every native speaker started too.